Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about some ways you can escape from what we call the matrix. Now, I know that a few of you are probably not sure what the matrix is, and to start with, I'm not talking about the movies about the matrix, I'm talking about a construction that society has created that we basically impose on ourselves. It's a control structure, if you like, but one that we actually impose and wrap ourselves in to the point where we control and limit our own lives. Not only our own lives, but also the lives of others and of society in general, because we stop progression from happening. So the reality is, let's just understand the reality first before we talk about the matrix and how to escape from the matrix, as if you were in the movie. Right? So the reality is this: we are all interdimensional, infinite beings of light, love, and consciousness. We're on this earth, this planet, in this incarnation to perform a mission or to fulfill a purpose that we were each given before birth. That is the truth of this. Now, no matter which religion you are, this all follows the same sort of thing, which is that we are all pure consciousness, we're all infinite, and we create our own reality. Now, before you click away because this sounds like nonsense, just bear in mind that every single part of your life right now is a choice. Your financial situation, your relationship situation, even your happiness in a large part is just a choice that you've made through a series of decisions you've made or through one big decision. Now, when you realize that, you understand that you can actually change any aspect of your life at any time. You can decide to be more financially abundant, you can decide to be happier, you can decide to attract the relationship that you want, you can decide where you live, what you do for work, what you do for a job, and how you earn money, which I'll get onto in a minute. But you can completely control and create your own reality. You don't have to hang around with negative people. Maybe you're thinking that you're constantly feeling down because you're always hearing depressing stories from people. You don't have to hang around with those people. You don't have to listen to those negative stories. You don't even have to watch the news if you don't want to. These are all choices you make, and each of these individual choices affects your life and your reality much more than you think. So like we said at the beginning, life is much more than just going to work, paying taxes, and then dying. You are infinite and immortal. Your soul will continue after this life and either incarnate or go somewhere else. This life is not all there is. And so when you put it in that perspective, what you do now really does matter. You need to make the most of this life and fulfill your purpose so that your soul can progress. But like we said at the beginning of this video, we stop ourselves from being happy, fulfilling our purpose, and achieving our potential with what we will call in this video the matrix. Now, the matrix, as popularized by the film series, actually the trilogy, is a control system that not only has been put onto you, but that you put onto yourself almost willingly. Most of us don't realize we're trapping ourselves in this way, and most of us have no idea how to escape from this reality, this matrix we've created, even once we realize we're in it. So here are some powerful ways that you can escape from this matrix and start to control your own reality and decide how your life is going to be. Number one is to completely detach from what other people think about you and your life. What they think about your life doesn't really matter. It shouldn't affect your reality because they're on their own journey. They might have their own self-limiting beliefs, negativity, programming, and all of this other junk in their brain and in their subconscious minds. So what they think about what you're doing really shouldn't matter to you. The most common form of this reality limiting, we could call it, is usually from either your friends, your teachers, or your parents. These three groups of people will influence and in many cases they will sadly limit you in more ways than you can imagine. Now, most of the time these people or these groups of people don't actually realize that they're limiting you, and they have no idea what the matrix is. They don't actually know that they're not only holding themselves back but also holding you back. But through programming, and specifically subconscious programming, things that we're not aware of in the conscious moment, these groups of people are able to dictate in a large part what you do with your life. For example, let's say when you're a kid you are considering what to do with your life in terms of a job or a career. Most of you will have been told things like, it's hard to earn money, the harder you work the more money you earn, you need to get a job, you need a secure income, meaning you need to work for somebody else. These are all complete nonsense, and in reality, or at least in the reality that I create for myself, these are not true statements. They can be true statements if you make them part of your subconscious belief system. And most people do that at a very young age. But like I'll explain in this video and in other videos as well, it's a choice. Whether these things become true for you is a complete choice that you can decide to make. If you don't want to work for somebody else, you don't have to. There are many ways of earning money, and working for another company or another person is just one of tens of thousands of ways that you could make money. You can make money passively, meaning you can make money while you sleep if you set the systems up for that. You can make money actively. You can make 50 grand on one phone call if you know what you're doing and if you can structure a deal in the right way. But most of it just comes down to a decision, which is usually made by the programming you're given as you grow up and as you become a young adult. And the biggest form of that programming is that you have to work for somebody else to earn money, which is not true. It's complete nonsense. You can decide how you earn money, how much you earn, and where you earn it from. So the next one is to identify your self-limiting beliefs. Now this is going to take some work. It's not going to be as easy as it sounds. But if you do this, then you'll be able to basically control your life, control your reality, and live the life that you want to. So there's a few ways of doing this. The first one is just to start with every single aspect of your life. Like, for example, how much money you earn. And ask yourself, why am I not earning 10 times that amount right now? Why am I working for somebody else? Or why do I have to do a certain amount of hours in the week? And you'll find that it usually comes down to a few statements which you believe are true. For example, in order to make more money, you need to work more hours. Not true, it's just an idea. In order to earn a high salary, you need to be working 90 hours a week. Again, it's not true at all. Another big myth is that you need to have years of experience doing something, in many cases doing things you don't even enjoy, to even begin to earn a high salary or to have a good CV. Complete nonsense, it's not true at all. The only true reality in terms of income and career is that you will get paid according to the value you deliver to people in the world. So if you can find a way to deliver more value in the form of videos like this, for example, writing blog articles, creating a book, creating a product, then there is no limit to how much you can earn. The only limits that there are the ones you impose on yourself, meaning if you get a job that's 30 grand salary, you cannot earn more than that because you've limited yourself before you've even begun. So number 3 is to follow your heart. Your heart and your intuition, or it's been called other things like your gut. Your heart knows what you truly want and what will get you closer to your purpose and your mission in life. So just follow that. Don't listen to what the logical answer is for something. If you feel pulled to start learning archery and then move to Bulgaria or something like that, you should follow that. Because your heart knows what will get to you. Your heart knows what will get you the results that you're truly seeking. The next one is you can decide where you live. The chances that you are, or that you were born in the perfect place for you to live are very low. You might be better suited to living in Spain by the beach, so that you have sunshine almost all year round. You really need to consider where you want to live and how you can get there. In many cases, this means working for yourself, working remotely, or just looking at jobs in the place you want to live in. So I do actually have a course called the Nomad Bootcamp course, which I'll link to in the description, or you can just type in Nomad Bootcamp course to Google. And it's basically a course that explains how to take something you're passionate about, a skill, knowledge, information, and turn that into a passive income business which will earn you $3,000 to $5,000 a month passively within 6 months. So I'm really excited about it. If you would like to work for yourself and create your reality in a bigger way, go and check it out. But just bear in mind for this point that I'm making here, you don't have to live in the place that you were born in. You can choose to live anywhere in the world. And the next point, to truly escape the matrix, you need to take control of your health and your body. And this means doing things like meditating, like getting enough sleep, like taking nootropics. The best nootropic I've found is MindLab Pro, which is basically a cognitive enhancer. It lets your brain do incredible things. It optimizes the way your brain chemistry works and the way that your neurons fire in a way that lets you achieve more and think faster. You also want to consider going vegan or at least plant-based for the vast majority of your calories, because that is the ultimate fuel for the body. Meat and dairy cause huge inflammation. This has been proven in many studies. And without getting into too much of a debate in this video, I do have a very long video, which I spent a lot of time making, which I'll link in the description, which explains exactly why you might want to consider going vegan if you do care about your health and if you care about your nutrition. The beautiful thing about this stuff is that in 2020, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of research papers, studies. It's all available on the internet. So anything that you're not sure about, you can actually look up yourself. And that's what I've always said with what I say in these videos, is you can research this stuff for yourself and prove to yourself that it's true. But like I said at the beginning, one of the biggest ways you can create your reality is just to remember that everything is a choice. If you're feeling down and depressed, for example, at work because you don't enjoy the job you're doing, you can quite literally tomorrow start looking for new jobs, apply for new jobs, start your own business, start your consulting business, or even apply to volunteer abroad where they pay your accommodation in exchange for a few hours of work every day. The options are limitless. You can decide any of this stuff. If you don't like your job, leave your job. There's no obligation unless you have a series of bills that you are so far behind with, or maybe you've got so many expenses piling up that you have to continue working in order to bring the income in. But there's almost always a way around that stuff. There's almost always a way that you can plan to leave your job and transition into something you actually enjoy doing. This also applies to general feeling, emotion, socializing, like for example your friendship circle. If you are not happier after spending time with someone than before you hung out with them, then you shouldn't be hanging out with them. You should always feel happier after you've spent time with someone. If not, then you need to consider why you're bothering to spend your energy and time with that person. They should be uplifting you and you should be uplifting them. If you're not doing that, there's really an imbalance, and you need to consider, why am I even doing this? When I could decide out of the whole world who to be friends with and who to give your time and energy to, why would you choose to give it to someone who doesn't make you feel good about yourself and who you don't make them feel good about themselves? And this applies to anything. If you go to the pub, for example, you drink at the weekends, you gossip with your friends, if that doesn't make you feel good, then you shouldn't really be doing it. Almost every single aspect of your life is a choice and a series of decisions that you have made over the last few years. But the good news is that means you can change anything. You can decide how it's going to be and what your reality will actually be for you. So I do have more videos about this. Check out my channel, Transcend Your Limits, and watch the other videos that I've mentioned, because they really give a more detailed context on things like going vegan, on finding your purpose, and on creating a business that lets you work from anywhere. I truly believe that being a digital nomad is a very good option for people, especially younger people, because it enables you to work on things you love doing from anywhere in the world. And those of you who have traveled a lot will know that some of the best experiences in life happen when you're traveling and when you're trying new things. So wouldn't it be good if you were able to earn money as you were traveling, so that you never really needed to come home from that vacation? Why not make it your lifestyle if you enjoy it, So I do have a course on that called the Nomad Bootcamp course. You can find details of that in the description. But beyond that, just remember, you can create and control your reality. You can make it whatever you want. This life is a beautiful opportunity for you to fulfill your purpose, move forward with your mission, inspire people, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and above all else, just focus on unconditional love and raising the world's vibrations and frequency. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this has in some way inspired you to take action on any of these things. So I'll see you in the next video.